Hello there you guys again, welcome to another one of my live videos. Today I'm going to be updating you again and again on some more latest news. As you see in my main headline, the US tours and the squad has been currently announced for the US tours. I've currently got the list here so I can notify you guys about who's going on the tours. Yes, so let's get straight on. Yes, David De Gea is going on the tours, as David De Gea is essentially the world's best keeper in the world. Don't know if he's currently staying at Manchester United for next season. I should be very adamant that he will be staying at Manchester United. Currently made 200 appearances in the Premier League, I think, altogether. Also, Romero's going on the tour, who was fantastic at the latter stage of last season, who got that first choice over De Gea at the latter stage of last season. His Europa League form was absolutely fantastic last season, Romero's. And he also was fantastic against Southampton in the league last season, towards the end of last season. So Moreira's going on the tours. Joe Pereira's also going on the tours, as he's currently just signed another 4-year deal, I think it is. As I said, currently made his league debut in the Crystal Palace game last season, where all the youngsters put a good shift in and a good display in, and an impressive 2-0 win. Also, it's fantastic. I did say he'd get that opportunity to participate in the US tours, which is fantastic. And also made his debut against Wigan last season in the FA Cup. Currently, Darmian's going on the US tours, who established himself fantastically well towards last season. I think Mourinho's still determined to keep him. I said Juventus have been in there for him. We put a price tag of £20 million in. Also, there's been talks about the Perisic deal, and Darmian's been thrown in that equation as well, around the £20 million deal. So whether it be next season fully, I do not know. Fosu Mensah, yes, he's currently in the US tours as well. I've got the list here. He's in the US tours. Will we still have him next season? I'm not quite sure. I still think he could get the opportunity to present himself well. He could still go out on a loan deal. As I said, there were talks about if he's not strong enough yet. But yes, he's in the US tours as well. Valencia's in the US tours, who was absolutely fantastic last season. Jose Mourinho praised him, admired him, and said he's one of the best right-backs in the world. He's fantastic, tall, aggressive, creates that width on the right-hand side fantastically well, very tenacious, and holds that defensive line fantastically well, does Valencia, so that's fantastic. And also has extended his contract as well, I think, is it till 2019? So yes, that's fantastic. Also, Eric Bailly, who was a fantastic summer signing by Jose Mourinho last summer, who was fantastic holding that centre-back defensive line fantastically well. He was fantastic last season. I did say, currently did get sent off last season in the Celta Vigo game before the final, because he currently missed the final. But yeah, he's one of our advanced centre-backs. He's fantastic, participates with his game well, good at reading the game, good ball interceptor, you know, good hard-working grafter, you know, works fantastic well for the team at the back. So yeah, that's fantastic. Blind, also, it was a fantastic centre-back partnership with Bailey last season. He's in the US, coming to the US tours. Blind is fantastic. You know, last season his performances were overall very, very good. I think slightly in the Celta Vigo game he looked a bit off colour, but apart from that, really, I think he was a fantastic centre-back partnership last season with Bailey. I think his composure is fantastically well. He reads his game very, very well. And, you know, he's good at playing through balls through to his teammates as well. And he's a work hard in graft and combines with his teammates well as Blind. So that's fantastic. Phil Jones is currently on the US tours as well. Jones, we could still see him go. As I said, Jones can be good when he does get them run of games under his belt, as he did receive injury last season, did Phil Jones. He still may go. I think he may still go, Jones. I'm not quite sure. Obviously, Victor Lindelof's in the US tours. As I said, with Lindelof, I have reservations about him. As I said, he is a bit of an head on his is a bit of a suspect on the head, but he's achieved fantastically well at Benfica as well. So he was a good signing. I think he was worth the 31 million or something that we did pay for him. That was prior to his medical, prior to his personal terms, and the international care out. It was just like similar to the Lukaku deal, you know. When it had been confirmed and announced, it was prior to the medical, prior to the personal terms, you know. But that's fully complete now for Lukaku. He's fully completed his medical. So, yeah. Marcus Rojo is in the US tours as well. There was talks about his injury. Is he still injured? I'm not quite sure. There were talks about that he could be out till Christmas. But he's in the US tours anywhere. Is Marcus Rojo. I think he's good as Marcus Rojo. I think he's played at right back before. He can play at left back as well, Rojo. So yeah, he's in the US Tours. Chris Smalling, pretty adamant he may go, as he did receive criticism last season for some of his performances weren't good enough. He looked... Wait there, guys. Get this thing off charge. Wait there, sorry. Yeah, but I think Smalling may go with it. With him underperforming last season, looks lethargic at times at the back as well, including the 4-0 defeat to Chelsea. Was very, very poor in that as well. It cost us the game. A lot of mistakes were made in that game from Smalling. A lot of teams have been heavily linked to Chris Smalling, so I think Manchester United may get rid of him, but he's in the US Tours. Also, Axel Tuanzebe is in the US Tours. I said I wasn't quite sure what was happening with him. Whether he may go out on a loan deal, maybe, I'm not quite sure. But I thought Tuanzebe performed fantastically well towards the end of last season. I think he got 4 or 5 games in there towards the end of last season. I thought his performances against Arsenal on his debut were fantastic as well. I thought he did well coming up against Sanchez, did Axel Tuanzebe. Currently can play as a right back. In the other games he participated in towards the end of the season, he currently played as a midfielder as well, did Axel Tuanzebe. So I was impressed with some of his performances to the end of last season. So it's good that he's getting that opportunity in the US Tours. Also, Mitchell, who made his current debut against Palace, is in the US Tours at the end of last season. Who was fantastic was Mitchell. Played fantastic through balls at left back, and I thought in the Palace game he was the man of the match. I thought his work rate was fantastic. He's done well in the youth academy. He's participated well in the youth academy as Mitchell, so he's also in the US Tours as well. Luke Shaw's also in... Wait, let me fall in charge. Also, Luke Shaw's in the US Tours. He's our advanced left back. I said he did receive criticism last season off Jose Mourinho and all that. He's our advanced left back, so I would still give Luke Shaw another chance there at left back, as he did fantastically well for Southampton. And he can, when he gets some running games, Luke Shaw, he can perform very, very well and put a good shift in and a good display in at that left back. So I'd give him another chance. So yeah, he's currently on the US Tours as well. He was currently injured last season as well, Luke Shaw. Michael Carrick's also in the US Tours. He's been fantastic for Manchester United. He's the flourish of Manchester United. Probably still is, even though he's aging up. I think he can hold that centre-defensive midline very, very well. I did say not strong. He's had a good prime as well. I did say not strong enough going on to next season, but he's good there as a backup option. Carrick doesn't rely much on pace. He's got good passing ability, but his composure and his work rate to his game is good. And he's good at not operating space for other teams to get in behind and create chances and make any threats. He's good at that. So he's good at holding that centre-defensive midline very, very well. So Carrick is in the US Tours as well. Marian Fellaini is currently in the US Tours as well. He probably may stay at Manchester United. He was an average buy by Moyes. Fellaini, I thought it, to be quite fair, same with Chris Smalling. Was fantastic in the Europa League final against Ajax. Same with Fellaini, was fantastic in the Europa League final. Probably his best game in a Manchester United shirt, as I said. The way that he bullied Ajax's young, talented, experienced team. They had a well-organised team, that Ajax, and the way that Fellaini caught to that, was absolutely fantastic. So I did praise him, admire him for that. But his overall performances over the course of the season last season weren't good enough, underperforming. And also getting that red card against Manchester City as well. So a lot of fans wanted for him to be released in the summer, Fellaini, and move on. But Fellaini is currently in the US Tours. Whether be at Manchester United next season or not, I do not know. But anyway, also Ander Herrera is in the US Tours as well. As I said, next season he needs to get pushed up, to express himself more, as that would be beneficial for us. Herrera was fantastic last season. Performed fantastically well. One of his best games came against Chelsea, the way that he man-marked Eden Hazard. I thought Herrera dramatically improved under Mourinho. I thought his physical aspect under Van Gaal wasn't that very good. I thought there were not much pace in him, but I think Herrera's dramatically improved. So yeah, he's currently going on the US Tours as well. Scott Montominway is currently going on the US Tours as well. Montominway, I thought he was fantastic against Palace as well, with Scott Montominway. Put a good shift and a good display in. I thought a lot of the youngsters in that game put a good shift and a good display in. Also, Paul Pogba is also in the US tours. As I said, who has a good, strong relation with Romelu Lukaku. He's currently on his tours, our advanced midfielder. As you could see last season, without him in the midfield, there wasn't driving forward enough in the midfield. There wasn't picking the right passes. But with Pogba, if each teammates ahead of him, operates that space very, very well. He's very creative. He's very composed, very well organised. And you could see, as I said, he makes a massive impact in that midfield. As you could see last season, without him there, we were struggling in midfield. Not enough passes going in central midfield. And without him there, we were struggling in that midfield. So he is a crucial asset, is Paul Pogba. And I said he's good when he's set free. He can do well defensively, but he's better in a more attacking role, is Paul Pogba. So yes, he's going on the US tours as well. Jesse Lingard, he's a squad player, is Jesse Lingard. He's currently going on the US tours as well, is Jesse Lingard. Mata as well, I thought last season he was still fantastic. Moyes bought him. He operated well in that number 10. He operated in that number 10 role in a couple of games last season. Mata is still very consistent. He's very clinical. He's still a crucial asset to his Juan Mata. He's good in the air. He's fast. He does dictate the play as well. And he's good when he's on his game. I thought after his injury last season, he did look a bit off colour, did Juan Mata, to be quite fair. But he's still crucial. He's still very, very clinical. So that's good news. Mkhitaryan, who I thought he's very, very generous on that right-hand side flank, or the right. Thought last season his Europa League form was absolutely fantastic. Scored a bag full of goals in the Europa League, and his performances in the Europa League were very, very good as well. His Europa League form was fantastic. Well, it was another fantastic signing by Jose Mourinho last summer, was Mkhitaryan. So yeah, guys, that's fantastic news. Also, Andy Pereira is also in the squad as well. Andy Pereira, yes, he's given the chance as well. So whether he'll go out on loan deal, not quite sure what's going to be happening with Andy Pereira, but he's currently in the US tour as well. Two Pereiras in the squad who I've just realised about. I don't even know much about this Andy Pereira, guys, to be honest with you. With the Joel Pereira, the keeper, has just signed another 4-year deal. Andy Pereira, yes, he's currently in the US tours as well. Ashley Young, well, basically, we haven't really known with Ashley Young what's his advanced positions anymore. Basically, under Van Gaal, he became easily predictable on that left-hand side. He was struggling to be a full-back, getting crosses into the box and stuff. So Ashley Young then got moved into like several positions. I think he's played at right back. He's played at left wing back or left back or whatever. Played on the left midfield as well. So he doesn't really know where his advanced role is anymore. We currently bought him from Villa before. He still may go. Ashley Young, I think he still may go, but he's currently participating in the US tours. Antonio Martial, guys. It was fantastic pouring that cold water on that speculation for that Arsenal move, and classified and did say he publicly tweeted that it was false rumours, and that was very, very genuine of Antonio Martial. I still think he needs to dramatically improve on his game. I think he's only 21, he's one of the world's most expensive teenagers, so he dramatically still needs to improve on his game, but he's only 21, so he will grow and develop into his game. I thought one of his best performances, as I said before, came last season in the Burnley game. He got praised and admired off Jose Mourinho for his fantastic performance, but there's still improvements needed in Martial's style of play and gameplay. So, yeah, he's currently going on the tours. And last but not least is Marcus Rashford, who is currently going on the US tours as well. Rashford, who I thought was fantastic after Zlatan Ibrahimovic's injury last season, because Zlatan Ibrahimovic led the lines fantastic well last season with 28 goals in all competitions. Rashford then hit form after his injury, currently was fantastic against Chelsea. I thought the City game he was quite poor, he looked really, really isolated, and I thought it was quite poor in that game. But I thought the majority of the latter stage last season, Rashford performed fantastically well. He is good at going around defenders. He likes to interrogate defenders, and he can score goals and lead the lines very well. He's also got experience as well, young talent experience. I think he needs to gain more experience. I did say that was a fantastic buy by Van Gaal. But with Rashford, I still think that his finishing assets needs to improve. Marcus Rashford still that his finishing asset needs to improve on his game. Currently won't be. I don't think it'll be first choice next season. You know, I still said with Lukaku we do need maybe another striker in there. But yes, guys, that's it. It's full. Rashford's a good athlete as well. That's it. That's the US Tour squad for you. It's been fully announced, and that is the squad that's going to be officially going on the US Tours. So yes, that's fantastic news, guys. And also with Wayne Rooney, yes, as I said, he's officially joined Everton. I think it's on a free transfer. You know, he's been a fantastic servant over the years. And what basically Rooney is saying is, he can gain silverware with Everton if they basically get the right them good caliber players in. That Everton can be at least, you know, near the top half of the table or even challenging for Champions League football at least. But I think Rooney, it's good to see how he will participate on his return to Everton. As I did say, it currently is a 2-year deal. I said he's won every single domestic cup as Wayne Rooney. He's been absolutely fantastic. It's been a privilege. And I admired him, but I said after the Moyes era, he wasn't on his game. One point in the 2011-12 season, Wayne Rooney, was it 37 goals, and all of a sudden it only dropped to like 5 goals. Last season, I said he did have irregular starts under Jose Mourinho, you know, and it was we just knew we've known for quite a while that Rooney has been on his way out of leaving. As I just said, he's lost the pace. He's that physical assets that he used to have. You know, he hasn't got that anymore. And you know, hopefully with Everton, he's obviously dropped out of the England squad, but with Everton, he may force himself back into the England squad with Wayne Rooney. So. It has been fantastic to have Wayne Rooney. It's been absolutely fantastic, guys, to have Wayne Rooney, you know. Fergie bought him in 2004. Also, the Euros in 2004 was fantastic as well, was Wayne Rooney. But yeah, I just did say it was time to go. He's gone back to the team that he supports. Grew up there, you know. Was born there as well, and I don't mind Everton. The only team in Liverpool I don't like is Liverpool, but I'm not going to say I like Everton. I just don't mind Everton. I've just got to put that in dramatic words. But Rooney's been a fantastic servant. He can't develop himself anymore. He's nothing else to offer. But over the years, he deserves credit for what he has officially done for the club. I thought the best parts that we got out of him was them fantastic goals that he scored, them late goals. You know, when Ronaldo, Rooney, Tevez there, that's when Rooney was at his best. That's when he was basically at his best. And when we got him in 2004, it basically was one of the world's most expensive striking teenagers that we had got, Wayne Rooney. But the way that he's performed, we can't grumble, we can't moan about it. And it's emotional to see him that he has gone to Everton, and he's currently completed his medical, currently turned up at the Everton training ground yesterday to confirm that. So yeah, he's basically, it's going to be interesting to see how he participates, and basically what he's saying is he can gain silverware with Everton. You know, the amount of players they've got in, they've got 6 or 7 players now on the board, so can't argue they've done fantastically well in this transfer window of Everton. Michael Keane at centre-backs, Andrea Ramos and Marigo up front. They've obviously sold Lukaku, I think they got Wayne Rooney now. You know, they've got other players in there as well of Everton. I think they've got a couple of they've strengthened the midfield up as well of Everton. So basically, they could, it was right there. They could sell Lukaku, and Lukaku's currently not on the US tours. But Lukaku is going to be fantastic for Manchester United. He's going to develop himself well. I have reservations about him. His first touch, I have concerns about. But we need that player who's going to adapt himself well. Relationship with Pogba is very beneficial, and he will bring the justice, and he will identify himself well at Manchester United and deliver the goods at the right moments. Lukaku's going to do it all. He's going to lead the lines. He's good at bullying defence. Premier League proven, and he's completed his medical, and we've currently now officially got our second signing on the board. And I presume we've also Fabinho could still happen, Perisic could still happen, even Rodriguez could still happen. So we're going now somewhere, we're getting somewhere in the transfer window, we're going in the right direction to get the players that we want in. So we are getting good feedback now, guys, we are getting good feedback. So anyway, guys, that's everything to update you with today. Drop your like, put your comments and likes below, what you think to the video, and take it easy, guys, and I'll see you later on. Bye.